Hello, sweet friends. Today we're going to be making a country Christmas Santa hat using one of those Merry Christmas Santa hats from the Dollar Tree. I just took off all of the tinsel and then I cut off the nubs that were around the plastic frame. To give it a bit more thickness, I used some quilt batting. This is just a personal preference because I wanted my Santa hat to be a bit more thicker, and so I just cut out the shape of it, just added it to the frame. It gives it a little bit more stability. To cover the top of my Santa hat, I'm using this 10-inch decorative fabric. Now I picked this up from Walmart, and I am just going to hot glue that, just position it on the hat, just kind of tucking and folding and gluing as I go around, just to make sure that everything is nice and neat. To add the ruffles to the brim of the hat, I'm using this burlap. Now this burlap is from Walmart, and I've seen it in several stores, so it is the same one that's in Walmart. I cut my burlap 7 inches in length, and then I just used a ruffle technique, just gathering them in the center using a pipe cleaner and then just tying them on to my Santa brim. Now I'll just continue to do this until I get the thickness and the fullness that I want. I'm not sure how many bundles this is. I don't work like that. I just keep adding until I like the look of it, and then I stop.
Once I'm finished putting all of my little ruffles on the brim of the hat, this is how full it looks. You can put as many or as little as you would like. I'm just going to show you here. This is the leftover from the roll of burlap. The burlap is from Walmart. So I put mine on pretty close together and pretty tight because I wanted the brim to be pretty full. So what I'm showing you here is the back of my little frame, where the chenille stems and stuff were. I'm just covering that up. But I discovered when I'm putting on my bows that I shouldn't have covered them up yet. So I'm going to have to show you what I do to get my little bow on there. So now I'm going to show you my big bow. This is my terry bow that I created using my Pro Bow the Hand.
In the description of this video, I do have a link to a video tutorial where I created a larger terry bow, and I used the same technique. I just did it on a smaller scale, and how you achieve that is by putting the fingers or the little dowels in the circles, and that will give you the size bow that you want to make. To attach my bow to the top of my Santa hat, I'm just using my paper piercer and just threading it through the top of the hat, through the back, just twisting it and attaching it to the back. Then I'll use a little piece of burlap to cover up that wire so that it doesn't poke, or you can see it where it looks, more finished.
Now I'm just going to make some rustic bows for the brim of the hat. I've already made 2, and then I'm going to show the third one here with you. So these little 1.5 inch ribbons are cut at 8 inches, and then this red and black buffalo check, this ribbon is from Hobby Lobby, and I am just going to make a simple little bow here, and those loops are approximately 3 inches or 3-inch loops. So now I have my little tiny attacher. It's just a little bitty stapler that helps secure the ribbon so that I can hold it all together and then you know, so I can put it together and make a cute little bow. That little tiny attacher, I get questions about it a lot. There is a link in the description below if you would like to see it up close, or you can buy them at the craft store. They're in the scrapbooking section. So then now I'm just going to continue to build my bow, and the base of my bow is the buffalo check, and then I'm just going to layer on my burlap ribbons and then topping it with the 1.5 inch buffalo check ribbon. Then I just have a chenille stem, and I'm just going to secure that, and then I am going to discover that, oh my goodness, you have glued the back onto your Santa hat. So now I'm like, okay, I'm just going to thread through here and find the frame, and so no worries. It just takes me a little bit because I don't want to pull off the back, or, you know, kind of pull the ribbon apart. So I am just maneuvering through there, finding that part of that Santa hat, and I'm just going to twist that ribbon on there. So no worries. The finishing touch is this black jute. I found this over at Hobby Lobby in the rope section, and so I'm just going to tie this off, and then I will hot glue it to the top of that little buffalo check ribbon. Now I'm going to show you here shortly how am I going to hang this. So what I've done is I take a little piece of brown jute string, and I just make a little knot, and then I'm going to, at the very, very top where I had already glued that wire or that ribbon down over that wire for my bow, I'm just pulling that back up, and I'm going to stick this in there down pretty far, and then I make sure that that ribbon is really good and secured. Now I do get asked about these pink fingers. It's some Mod Podge hot finger caps. I will have a link in the description below because lots of people don't have access to the craft stores. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love redoing and revamping these Dollar Tree tinsel decor items that they have for us.